Okay, hello boys and girls. Today we're going to start a math adventure, and our math adventure will begin with problem solving. Problem solving is a very real life skill that you will need wherever you are in life, even at the airport. Let's try some problems together now. Hello boys and girls. Today we are going to practice problem solving. Today we're going to work through some problems together. Your teacher should have given you a problem solving practice handout, which should have about 9 questions on it. Today we're going to do questions 1 and 2 together. Your teacher may have assigned all the problems or specific numbers. Please ask your teacher to find out which problems you need to do. And also get out your Q-Tips graphic organizer. And if you don't have a Q-Tips graphic organizer, we'll make one together. It's simply a 4-quadrant organizer. Q-Tips stands for the following. Q stands for the first step is you need to read your problem and figure out what's the real question that's being asked. Then that will lead to the TI part, which is terms and information. As you read through your problem, you need to organize and also identify the important terms and information to solving or answering that question. And then third, you should have a plan or process of how you're going to answer that question. And once you work through that plan and process, that should lead you, hopefully, to the right solution if all your calculations and your logic is correct. Now, let's start out by just reading the question. We're looking at question number 1 on your handout. It says, Gwen can buy Clif Bars in packages of 3 for $7.11 at Walmart, or in packages of 2 for $5.08 at the RDU airport kiosk. How much money does she save by buying 24 Clif Bars at the better price? There's a couple things going on here, but the key thing is we want to know how much money that she saves, okay? And she saves not on just one of these bars, but on 24 of the Clif Bars at the better price. Better price implies that there's a price that's not as good. Okay, so let's put this question. I'm just going to rewrite it and kind of focus on it. So here we have it. The question simply is that what's being asked is how much money will she save buying 24 bars at the better price? Now let's take note of some of our important information. Okay, up here we've got 3 bars for $7.11 at Walmart, and we have versus $2.05, or I should say 2 bars for $5.08 at the Raleigh-Durham airport. So I'm going to set this up as a ratio. So we have $7.11 will buy you 3 bars, Clif Bars, at good old Walmart, versus $5.08 having the purchasing power to buy 2 bars at the airport. Okay, so here we have 2 ratios. Now we need to, and I think this is the key information, here's the cost for how many bars at one location versus the cost for buying this many bars at the other location. Now, we have a ratio set up here, and we could even, and we're comparing these two, but we know that ratios, or later on we'll find out, the ratios are really also, we can look at them as division problems, and they'll help us find the unit rate. We need to find out how much 1 bar is, because if we can find out how much 1 bar costs at each of these stores, we can compare the savings then on the 1 bar, and once we have the savings on the 1 bar, we know that Gwen wants to buy 24 bars, so we can multiply that by 24. So let's organize those thoughts. Okay, so we said if we take the $7.11 and divide that by the 3 bars, that will give us a unit rate for how much 1 bar costs. And $7.11 divided by 3 is actually going to equal $2.37. Now that's the Walmart price for 1 bar. And then if we take the airport cost of $5.08 and divide that by the 2 bars, we'll get the unit rate for
1 bar, and the unit price is going to be $2.54. Now I just divided here. Now you can set this up as a long division problem and show all your work. If your teacher allows, you can punch it in the calculator to save time, depending on how many problems you're working through today. But here we have the Walmart price of $2.37, and over here we have the airport cost of $2.54. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but let's find the savings, and we find the savings between the two by finding the difference, which is simply subtraction, $2.54, and then we subtract $2.37. I'm going to have to slide this up a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Okay, and when I subtract, I'm going to have to regroup. 14 minus 7 is 7. Whoops, let me put my decimal point there. And then this is a 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. So we're saving 17 cents. Okay, 17 cents on 1 bar. Well, if we have 24 bars, let's take that 17 cents, multiply it by 24, and I'm going to speed things up altogether. If we bought 4 bars, it would be $4.08 that is saved on 24 bars. Now, if you don't trust me, try that on your own. Punch it into the calculator, test it out. Don't take my word for it. Work it out for yourselves. But if you buy at Walmart, okay, because Walmart was the better price, versus buying it at the airport, and this makes sense. Things are usually marked up at the airport and places of that sort. Overall, you would save $4.08. So get your Clif Bars before you go to the airport. Okay, I'll catch you in a moment for another problem. Boys and girls, I'm back. Let's take a look at practice problem number 2. For breakfast, Gavin bought a bagel for $1.75 and a glass of orange juice for $2.70. Then at lunch, Gavin spent $8.20 on a sandwich and $1.15 on a carton of milk. How much more money did Gavin spend on lunch than breakfast while waiting for his delayed flight to Philadelphia? So let's identify the key question that's being asked. The question is pretty straightforward. How much more was lunch than breakfast? Well, let's take a look at our information here and let's try to organize it. Well, first, before that, let's identify it. It says for breakfast, okay, there was $1.75 for the bagel and $2.70 for the juice. And then at lunch, I'll double underline that, $8.20 for the sandwich and $1.15 for the carton of milk. So we'll take our key information and organize it. Breakfast, items, first of all, $1.75 for that bagel, and $2.70 for the juice. When we add those up, he spent combined $4.45 for breakfast. So this really helps us organize our information and make more sense of it. Then for lunch, the items were first $8.20. That's $8.20 for his sandwich, and then $1.15 for the milk. Altogether for lunch, $9.35 was spent. You can check the math and make sure it's good. And then for our plan and process, well, when we take a look at this, if we go back to our original question, how much more was spent on lunch than breakfast? Much more. This implies that we're looking for a difference, which is subtraction. So we're going to subtract the cost of breakfast, which is $4.45, from the cost of lunch. So here we have lunch minus breakfast, And the difference is going to be $4.90. So that was our plan, just to find the difference or subtract the two. But we had to do a couple things before. Organizing our information helped us set up the total cost for breakfast and the total cost for lunch. And our answer is $4.90. And I would always suggest, when you solve a word problem, ask yourself a simple question. Does my answer, does my solution make sense? And it sure does. When I go through this, I can see that the lunch is significantly more expensive than the breakfast. And when I subtract, I actually find out that the cost of lunch was more than twice what the breakfast was. So there you have it. $4.90 is the answer. And I will see you guys in a very short time. Bye-bye.
Hopefully, boys and girls, that was helpful. And I want you to just remember two things. Number one, if the question doesn't make sense, your answer probably won't either. And the other thing is, giving up is a waste of time, but perseverance always pays off. Adios.